G-Sync is a must-have feature in a gaming monitor if you own a high-end graphics card output. It synchronizes the refresh rate of your gaming monitor with the frame rate of the games you play, smoothing away stuttering and screen tearing as well. Hello guys, today's video we're taking a look at the 5 best G-Sync monitors of 2022. And if you want more information, we also put the links in the description box down below. Thanks. Starting up our list with number 5, we've got the Corsair XENEON 32QHD. The XENEON is Corsair's attempt at breaking into the gaming monitor market to this day. To do that, the company has opted for 32 inches of IPS panel at 1440 pixel resolution. Once again, we're looking at a FreeSync premium monitor that has been certified to work with GeForce cards by NVIDIA. The Corsair XENEON 32QHD pretty much nails the sweet spot for real-world gaming, what with 4K generating such immense levels of GPU load and ultra-wide monitors coming with their own set of limitations. The 2560 by 1440 pixel native resolution combined with a 32-inch with 16:9 aspect panel proportions translate into a sub-100 dpi pixel density. That's not necessarily a major problem in-game, but it does make for chunky pixels in a broader computing context. The sub-3 milliseconds response combined with a 165 Hz refresh rate means the thing isn't a slouch when it comes to gaming capability, but there are certainly more impressive gaming monitors out there. The two HDMI 2.0 sockets are limited to 144 Hz, and the DisplayPort 1.4 interface is predictable enough, but the USB Type-C with power delivery for a single cable connection with charging to a laptop is a nice extra. Or it would be if the charging power wasn't limited to a mere 15 watt, which is barely enough for something like a MacBook Air, let alone a gaming laptop. Here, you're looking at a swanky cast aluminum stand, which adjusts for height, tilt, and swivel and is a definite cut above the norm for build quality. The OSD menu is clearer and more logical than many as well, and those unusually high levels of polish and refinement extend yet further. The core image quality is certainly good though. It's punchy, vibrant, and well calibrated. And while it's quite pricey for a 1440 pixel model, it delivers all it sets out to with aplomb. On the whole, the Corsair XENEON 32QHD doesn't truly excel at anything, but it's still a worthy consideration in the 2022 markets. Next with number 4, we've got the LG 27GN950B UltraGear gaming monitor. 4K gaming is a premium endeavor, and you need a colossal amount of rendering power to hit decent frame rates at such a high resolution. But if you're rocking a top-shelf graphics card like an RTX 3080, RTX 3090, or RX 6800 XT, then this dream can be a reality at last. While the LG 27GN950B is a fantastic gaming panel, it's also infuriatingly flawed. The LG UltraGear is the first 4K nano IPS gaming monitor with 1 millisecond response times that'll properly show off your superpowered GPU. Coming in with NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD's FreeSync adaptive refresh compatibility, this slick slim bezel design even offers LG's Sphere Lighting 2.0 RGB visual theatrics. And combined with the crazy sharp detail that comes with the 4K pixel grid, that buttery smooth 144 Hz is pretty special. While it does suffer with a little characteristic IPS glow, but it appears mostly at the screen extremities when you're spying darker game scenes, but isn't an issue most of the time. The HDR is a little disappointing as 16 edge-lit local dimming zones that are not a true HDR panel make. What is most impressive, however, is the nano IPS tech that offers a broader color gamut and stellar viewing angles, and the color fidelity of the nano IPS panel is outstanding. The LG UltraGear 27GN950B bags you a terrific panel with exquisite IPS image quality. Despite the lesser HDR capabilities, it also nets beautiful colors and contrast for your games too. G-Sync offers stable pictures and smoothness, and the fast refresh rate and response times back this up as well. And while the lack of HDMI 2.1 and USB Type-C is a little limiting, especially looking forward, right now it's one of the best monitors going for as well. Next up at number 3, we've got the MSI Optix MPG321UR. The MSI Optix MPG321UR is kitted out for high-speed 4K gaming, and it absolutely delivers. Despite the price point, this monitor doesn't have a physical G-Sync chip, it's just officially certified and has been tested by NVIDIA to hit the necessary standards for G-Sync compatibility. It does also offer FreeSync Premium Pro certification, as well as DCI-P3 RGB color space and sRGB. That makes this a versatile piece of kit, and that 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution is enough to prevent any pixelation across this generous 32-inch screen. The 16:9 aspect ratio panel doesn't curve but does offer a professional level of sub-1 millisecond GTG response rate. Sadly, there's been no effort to build in any custom variable overdrive features, so you'll have to expect you'll get artifacts on fast-moving objects. Still, the MSI Optix MPG321UR does come with a 600 nit peak brightness and VISA HDR 600 certification, alongside 97% DCI-P3 color reproduction capabilities. All of this goes toward an amazingly vibrant screen that's almost accurate enough to be used for professional color grading purposes. Plus, its HDMI 2.1 inputs will let you run current console games at their peak of 4K at 120Hz output settings. The Optix is one of MSI's more recent flagship models, so you know you're getting serious quality and performance. Its panel looks gorgeous even at high speeds, managing a 1 millisecond GTG response time. Overall, though MSI's Optix is missing a physical gsync chip, it'll still run nicely with any modern NVIDIA GPU or AMD card if you happen to have one of those lying around. At number 2, we've got the Alienware AW3423DW Quantum OLED Curve Monitor. Alienware's 34 Quantum OLED is one of the very few gaming monitors to receive such a stellar score from us, and it's no surprise. Dell has nailed the OLED panel on this screen, and it's absolutely gorgeous for PC gaming. Although this monitor isn't perfect, it is dramatically better than any LCD-based monitor by several gaming critical metrics. What that 34-inch 21:9 aspect ratio panel can deliver in either of its HDR modes, HDR 400 True Black or HDR Peak 1000, is nothing short of exceptional. The 3440 by 1440 native resolution image it produces across that gentle 1800R curve is punchy and vibrant. With 99.3% coverage of the demanding DCI-P3 color space and fully 1000 nits brightness, it makes a good go, though that brightness level can only be achieved on a small portion of the panel. There's so much depth, saturation, and clarity to the in-game image thanks to that per-pixel lighting, but this OLED screen needs to be in HDR mode to do its thing, and that also applies to SDR content as well. The HDR Peak 1000 mode enables that maximum 1000 nit performance in small areas of the panel, but actually looks less vibrant and punchy most of the time. The panel is actually over-provisioned with pixels by about 20 in both axes, providing plenty of leeways, and it's a little like the over-provisioning of memory cells in an SSD, and it allows Alienware to prevent static elements from burning into the display over time. Latency is also traditionally a weak point for OLED, and while we didn't sense any subjective issue with this 175Hz monitor, there's little doubt that if your gaming fun and success hinges on having the lowest possible latency, there are faster screens available. You can only achieve the full 175Hz with a single DisplayPort input too. In the end, the Alienware 34 Quantum OLED's response time is absurdly quick at 0.1 milliseconds, and it cruised through our monitor testing suite. There's no HDMI 2.1 on this panel, however, so it's probably not the best fit for console gaming as a result, but this is PC Gamer, and if you're going to hook your PC up to a high-end gaming monitor, we'd recommend it be this one. The last product on our list is the ASUS ROG Swift PG32UQX G-Sync gaming monitor. The brand new gaming monitor technology comes at a premium, and the Swift PG32UQX proves that point. As the world's first mini LED gaming monitor, it sets a precedent for both performance and price, delivering extremely impressive specs for an extreme price tag. The PG32UQX is easily one of the best panels I'd used to date. The colors are punchy yet accurate, and that insane brightness earns the PG32UQX the auspicious Display HDR 1400 certification. However, since these are LED zones and not self-lit pixels like an OLED, you won't get those insane blacks for infinite contrast. The mini LED monitors do offer full-array local dimming for precise backlight control though. What that means for the picture we see is extreme contrast from impressive blacks to extremely bright Display HDR 1400 spec. Of course, at 4K you'll need the equivalent of one of the best gaming PCs to get 144 frames per second. I did get Doom Eternal to cross the 144Hz barrier in 4K HDR using an RTX 3080, and it was marvelous. That rapid 144Hz refresh rate is accompanied by HDMI 2.0 and DisplayPort 1.4 ports, along with two USB 3.1 ports joining the action, with a further USB 2.0 sitting on the top of the monitor to connect your webcam. And of course, we expected no less than excellent 4K resolution, especially at this price. As for its G-Sync credentials, the ROG Swift delivers G-Sync Ultimate, which is everything a dedicated G-Sync chip can offer in terms of silky smooth performance and support for HDR. So if you want to brag with the best G-Sync gaming monitor around, this is the way to do it.